Okay, so let's talk about the latest changes about the build. So first of all, the build is torment free capable. So I can do all the activities now on torment free, except for one activity. But why I'm still saying it's torment free capable, it's because the one activity I'm talking about is the tormented bosses. But otherwise, Hell Tides, Blood Maiden, and I didn't know Blood Maiden had a boyfriend. The Helltide Assassin. He's even tougher in terms that he goes down more difficultly, but his ass gets kicked too, no problem. His ass gets kicked too. The only thing is the tormented bosses. I have to downgrade to Torment 2. And when I was on Torment 2, I had to downgrade to Torment 1 for the tormented bosses. When I said I'm not following anybody else's guide, it's true. It's my build. 100% my build, but I'm not saying I'm not watching Diablo 4 videos on YouTube. I am. For example, videos discussing the season's features or how to get the best out of your undercity runs, stuff like that. Of course, I'm watching just to see if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be, because time is, not available every time. Now, there is a very popular channel. I'm sure you watch his videos too, and he was saying himself, discussing about maybe the new season, I don't remember, but he was saying himself that he feels the tormented bosses is one torment level higher than your current torment level, which means that if I am on torment 3, I'm going to fight the tormented bosses. I'm fighting a boss of torment 4. But I'm not ready for Torment 4 yet. So when I'm downgrading to Torment 2, it makes that tormented boss a Torment 3 boss. So it kind of makes me feel comfortable. Okay, it's what other people have noticed, other experienced and knowledgeable Diablo players have noticed. So I'm okay with that if I have to downgrade to Torment 2 for the tormented bosses. So talking about the build, instead of just doing an update, I'm gonna go through everything again just to make sure I'm not skipping anything. So skill tree, those two are just to get 2 points because I'm not using them. But anyway, lunging strike, it's because it allows me to lunge forward just in case I need it, but it's just 2 points here. And here also, yeah, I don't really need anything here. I put 1 point here so that I can then get after overpowering, because I have a guaranteed way to overpower. And here, ground stomp. Now I'm really thinking if ground stomp can go and get replaced by something else, but for the moment ground stomp is here because I'm definitely not using ground stomp for vulnerable, because I'm making my enemies vulnerable every time I attack them anyway. So here it's just for the increased damage. Okay, and like here 58, I have only one here for the stunning and that kind of thing. But otherwise here also rallying cry, it's mainly to get unstoppable while active. So as long as you have rallying cry active, you are unstoppable. And it's also a shout skill, which we will get to in a moment. And here of course damage reduction against elites, because when making a build at first, when I'm saying at first, it's even when I was playing the story mode, I was paying more attention to only damage, but defense is super important. The higher the difficulty level, the more important it becomes, and I realized that soon enough, I think, because I'm still working on that build. But here also, look at this. Taunt nearby enemies to gain 48% damage reduction. Like I said, defense is super important. And here also, it's not only defense, you have to be able to attack too. And there you are, war cry, and shout skill effects duration increased. Cause enemies to deal 12% less damage, still working on that defense thing. And here, your shouts also heal allies, but it also heals your character. So that's why I have it, and that's why I will also talking about this skill here. It is a shout skill. So if you have this, those two are depending on who I'm fighting. I will be using those two most of the time. I'm keeping this in reserve just in case I need to get that unstoppable. But if I'm sure, based on the enemies, nobody's gonna freeze me in place or make me kind of unable to move or whatever, or make me fear and run away. I'm sure nobody's gonna do this. Then I will pop this one too, which means that I will have 3 shouts, and there you go, 3% of their health. I think 3 times 3 is going to be 9%. At least that's what I'm thinking. I haven't do the math because when I'm playing I'm not really paying attention to, but normally this is what should be happening. And there you go, 12% damage reduction while berserking, because I'm always berserk. If you watch my previous build you already know what gear I'm using, what legendary aspects I'm using. And here, Prolific Fury. While berserking, regeneration is increased by 80% because I'm attacking so fast. I need to be able to regenerate Fury even when I miss. And this one, what is it? Gain berserking, I don't need it. Coming here, our main skill, Death Blow. Okay, that's the main skill we are using. And the most important thing here is this one. Death Blow, if Death Blow damages, that's the interesting part here. It's not kills, it damages. At each one enemy gain 20 Fury. So that's one of the way to always have enough Fury to keep using a Death Blow. And here also Pit Fighter, because it's a melee character anyway, so 9% damage reduction against close enemies. And this guy here, I just need to make them vulnerable for long enough, because every time I hit them, I could even remove that 2 points here and make it 1 and put that 1 point elsewhere, because like I said, every time I'm hitting the enemy, it's becoming vulnerable. Like you can see here, Weapon Mastery, direct damage with a Weapon Mastery causes your next core skill to make enemies vulnerable. So I can lower it to 1 second, because in 1 second I can hit maybe 2 times, maybe even more. So maybe I will lower this to 1 second, I don't know. And it's because of when you will see my gear, you will know why my weapon mastery skills are always causing my enemies to be vulnerable. And here also, just to get, you know, 45. Okay, just to get 45. I might rework this. No. How to say this? Ultimate. But here I have overpower guaranteed, like I said. So your overpowers deal 24% increased damage when you are using a 200 weapon. That's my main weapon. Here also bludgeoning weapon, just talk about it. It's a 200 bludgeoning weapon, but this one I think applies also to 100 bludgeoning weapon, but I'm using 200 bludgeoning weapon on my main. And here, skills using bludgeoning weapons have up to 20% chance to stun, or up to 30% chance to stun using 200 bludgeoning weapon. This also deals 37,000 physical damage to them. Now I'm not sure if I might use these points elsewhere. I might try, but for the moment I have it because I'm not always stunning, but when I'm using Ground Stomp, I'm stunning my enemies, and that's the only skill on cooldown anyway. Means taking 11.18 seconds. So I might, because do I really need to cause my enemies to stun? I might put it here. Increase critical strike damage, I might put it here. And I think that's what I will do. Okay. And I will see how it goes. And of course, since I'm always berserk, there you go. Okay. Unconstrained berserking damage bonus is increased to 60%. Now I will go quickly through the Paragon board, because that Paragon board is really a complicated thing. Just to show you, the first one I think is the same for everyone. Starting node. I have first of all my glyphs, legendary. The one I'm using, of course, legendary. So this one here I have territorial because it grants with the legendary upgrade here up to 46. Oh, where is it? It's one of them. Anyway, there it is. Weapon master, it's granting me. Look at this. 137.5 bonus to all rare nodes, which gives me an additional 55% damage and 82.5% damage to elite. Okay, now I'm not really looking for hitting with a mastery skill reduces the active cooldown of another mastery, weapon mastery, because that does not work like this for my build. But I'm getting increased weapon mastery skill damage by 8%. So based on the 137% bonus to all rare nodes, okay, 142% damage to elites, 95% damage. So second, I'm using Carnage because I'm always Berserk, why not? So I'm using Carnage, and then you can see where you need to allocate the points. And here I'm using Twister. Okay, because my, how to say this? Earthquakes are creating Dust Devils. I still have, for example, here for every 5 strength, as you can see here, there are still strength points. But once again, I'm 231. Okay, I'm not 300 yet. So this one, where's the legendary one? Bone Breaker. Every 12 seconds, your next skill is guaranteed to overpower. That's how I'm guaranteed to overpower. And here I'm using Irate. While berserking, you take 10% reduced damage from elites. I'm always berserk, and I'm also working on the 76% damage while berserking for every 5 strength purchased. And I believe there are other purchasable points here, so we're still working on this. And as you can see here, there are other things that I haven't unlocked yet. I could, and then of course, force of nature. Your earthquakes have a 75% chance to spawn a dust devil. Okay, and there you have Rumble for the earthquake. 638.6% earthquake damage increase. And I have the additional bonus and the legendary increased earthquake damage by 20%. And where is the legendary? There it is. Decimated. Each time you make an enemy vulnerable, in my case, every time I hit an enemy, my damage is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. Which means I will always have that 20% damage increase, because every time I hit my enemies, they are vulnerable. Overpowering a vulnerable enemy grants an additional 20% bonus for 5 seconds. So apart from the 3% that everybody has to overpower, every 12 seconds, like you saw, I'm gonna overpower a vulnerable enemy, because once again, every time I hit an enemy, it is going to be the enemy will be vulnerable, so I will be getting an additional 20% bonus for 5 seconds. Okay, and the glyphs the glyph I'm using here is territorial. For every 5 dexterity you deal increased damage to close target, and it's talking about the dexterity. There you go. I have other dexterity, points to allocate. So this is the Paragon board. Now let's talk about the gear, which will keep changing anyway. So text scan of the Joris the Mighty. Now when you are making your own build, one of the things you have to deal with is not knowing what you are going to get next, because honestly I don't know exactly all the, I think for the uniques, because I've got a bunch of them. Of course I try to keep only the ones that seem to be better. Like this one I have 2, because one is giving 30% increased attack as greater affix. This one is +4 to double swing, but otherwise I tend to keep the one that seems to be the best. So I'm pretty sure I know most of the uniques, but still, like for the Uber unique or ancestral mythic unique, I have no idea the grandfather existed. So when I got it, of course it was a build changer, so I masterworked it. Did I do a good thing masterworking it? Is there a better weapon? I don't know, but anyway, I got another grandfather, and I also got this one, Ring of Starless Skies, but it does not fit in my build. So I have no idea what else I'm gonna get, even for the runes. I have no idea what else I'm gonna get, so just keep that in mind. And let's continue. So I think Tuscan of Joritz for my build is the best. Some people will say ugly bastard, which I have tried. No, for my build, Tuscan of Joritz the Mighty seems to be the best. Is there an even better? I don't know. I will decide if I do get one. But for the moment, it's not going to get masterwork because it's not an ancestral. So I'm still looking for one. And this one here, it's as you can see, an ancestral legendary, which means that I can find one that is better. So what I have put here is ground stomp cooldown reduction, so that I can ground stomp more frequently. I can change it because, once again, like I said, I'm thinking of swapping ground stomp with something else. But for the moment, because I have ground stomp, of course, I want it to be available more frequently. And then the earthquake size, and damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier. For the moment, that barrier is helping. Maybe later I might swap it for something else. And then the gloves, I was using Frostburn, I believe, but now I've swapped for an ancestral legendary, which allows me to then have my earthquake deals 58%, so I'm almost there. Max 60% increased damage, and the damage is converted into fire. Okay, and 100% damage while Warcry is active. And then this one here, it's mainly for the resistance to all elements, but otherwise nothing to write home about. Maybe the 90% movement speed, but it's mainly for the resistance to all elements. So if I do, I don't know if there are ancestral legendaries that can give me that 31.5% resistance or more. I will swap, because that's the only thing I need from this pact. And here I'm using Rakanov's Wake. I'm sorry I mistreated your name, but once again, it's for the 52.5% resistance to all elements. I was using Yen's Blessing before, but this one with the greater affix resistance to all elements, I can swap Yen's Blessing for this one. That's giving me 21.5% movement speed, non-physical damage, because my earthquakes are also dealing fire damage now. So is it masterwork material? I don't know. I will see, because I'm still masterworking other stuffs here. And then my main weapon, Overkill, definitely for Death Blow. Okay, it's not masterwork yet because of one thing. Everything else seems to be good, even if it has only one greater affix, but it's good. The only reason I'm hesitating to masterwork it is because the aspect, the legendary aspect, Death Blow creates a shockwave, but dealing only 63% of its base damage. But everything else, plus 6 to Death Blow, good. 450% max. Okay, 342 to 450 have max. Strength 166. Okay, it's not that bad, but the Death Blow creates a shockwave, dealing only 63%. That's why I'm hesitant. And now look at that baby, the third blade. 4 great affixes and only one masterworking job to do. So I already had a third blade, which I fully masterworked. I didn't know I was going to get that beauty, and it's already stronger, much stronger. I think even before getting masterworked fully, it was already stronger than the previous one. But anyway, and here also, look at the legendary aspect. While above 40 Fury, that's the best. It's the best fully upgraded aspect. I'm always Berserk above 40, and I lose 2 Fury per second. That's why I need somehow to generate Fury. Here, +3 per second. I wish it was +4, +5, but anyway. When I'm berserk, I'm generating fury faster anyway. But here it's because I'm in town, that's why it's not in effect. But otherwise, what? Vulnerable damage, damage while berserking, chance for death blow to deal double damage. Okay, now because both my main weapon here and this guy here, they are unique. I had one here, let me show you. Look at this. 81.6% chance for death blow to deal double damage. That's the one I was using before getting the grandfather, but let me just swap it. 37,356. I mean, there is no math or anything to be done here. So no matter how much double damage I get from this guy here, which I fully mastered. Once again, like I said, I had no idea those types of things were going to fall on me. I'm not complaining. Of course I'm happy, it's just that lots of materials went into that. Oh, Hell Tide has risen. Okay, by the time I'm finished with the explanation, I will be able to give a little demonstration because I'm almost done here. Groundstorm creates an earthquake. Maybe that's why I'm still using Groundstorm, but I'm creating earthquakes. Forgot to show you like this. So it's POC and Tech. POC requires you to spend 5% of your main resource, and you need 50 to create the earthquake, which means that you will need to spend 50% of your max resource in order to get 50 how to say this, offerings. Okay, so spending 5% is super easy. So every 2 or 3 hits I think I'm creating an earthquake. So let's get back to here. So damage, 100% damage while Warcry is active, 100% damage while Warcry is active. So Warcry is granting me 200% damage, so that's the max. I was lucky I got 100% on both. Here critical strike damage, basic resource duration, because like I said, I still need to keep those fury up because otherwise I can't attack fast. So it's useless to have attack speed up but not being able to attack fast because you have to maintain fury. So now I can attack fast. Otherwise, whenever you cast a shout, its skill, its cooldown is reduced by 20%. Now I don't know where. Maybe I missed it. My shout skill. Oh, I don't know. Where have it? Oh, there it is. When you cast a skill with a cooldown, you explode, dealing fire damage. Okay, so also non-physical damage, 67% additional damage. So a skill with cooldown. Ground Stomp is a skill with cooldown. My 3 shouts are skills with cooldown. And here, whenever I cast a shout skill, its active cooldown is reduced by, for the moment, 20%. I still need to get the best one, which is 30%. So anyway, if I have lots of enemies around, it's around 5-second cooldown. And here I'm also working 8 ring of red furettes, mainly because after spending 100 fury, and I'm spending a lot of fury, I need to spend it within 5 seconds, no problem. I'm spending 100 fury much quicker than that. Your next non-channeled core or weapon mastery skill cast within 5 seconds is a guaranteed critical strike. Okay, so the third blade is turning my weapon mastery skill into core skill, and they are using fury. Okay, and here I'm spending fury, my next non-channeled core or weapon mastery skill. So death blow is both with the use of the third blade. It's both, like here, a mastery, a weapon mastery skill, and a core skill. And that's why here, dealing damage with a weapon mastery skill, death blow, causes your next core skill, death blow to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. That's why I'm thinking of making it for 1 second, because every time that's the only skill. Okay, that's the only skill. This is ground stomp. It's not an attacking skill, it's just a support. Shout, shout, shout. This, like I said, it's just here. I could even remove it, but I have nothing else to put. And this right here, I'm always it's very easy to use. This is a very easy build to use. I'm just death blowing and just popping my shouts and ground stomp when I need to. But yep, this is how it works. And the grandfather, as previously discussed. I have no idea, of course, what's coming next, but look at this. 510% damage. Plus, look at life. 3,960. Very, very good. So now, like I said, I'm on Torment 3. I can do pretty much all activities, but like I've always done, I'm gonna fight my girlfriend, or I should say ex-girlfriend, now that I know the Helltide Assassin is the new boyfriend. Where are you? Where are you? Still upset with me? I hope I have enough of those whatever is used to baneful hearts to summon her. But I will start from here and fight, do some fighting along the way, and hope his new boyfriend, Helltide Assassin, will pop up. Now once I start fighting, you won't hear me very much because when I watched my previous videos, I can barely hear me, so I will keep the talking to a minimum, but I'm sure you're not here for the talking now that we are going to be doing the actual fighting. I'm just gonna say I don't always use the shouts, only when I need them. I don't always ground stomp, only when I need them. I need to ground stomp, etc. And when fighting, I also move a little bit around so that I can create earthquakes at various locations. So why am I not getting the... Oh yeah, because I'm still need to here. I'm still not entering the Helltide. Already Berserk, as you can see here. Berserk, and I'm not in the Helltide yet. Okay, 48, plenty of time, and okay, I have enough. I just need to wait a little bit for everything to spawn. Oh, like I said, just when I say this, because otherwise I freeze, I lag, I have no idea, and I'm dying. Whoa! Blizzard, I don't know if it's on my side or... And I knew I had to wait. But man. As you can see here, not really using Warcry or... Come on! Let me pause a moment to say something. Or let me get back, because I want to say something, honestly. Let me even get on my horse, and because I have time, anyway, I want to say something. Do you know this is the second time I purchased the Diablo 4 and its expansion? This is a Battle.net version. I had the Steam version first. And that's the first time you're seeing me using the Battle.net version, okay? So I spent twice my hard-earned money on Diablo 4 and its expansion. And the main reason was, when I was using the Steam version, it was taking 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, even sometimes 24 hours, just for a 1 point something gigabyte of update. And some people kind of convinced me that if I use the Battle.net version, the updates are much quicker, I admit, but the loading time is like hell. When I first launch Battle.net and launch the game, it will crash the first time. It's the second time that I get to play the game. and then it's lagging like hell. The only thing that Steam version was doing bad was the long update time, but otherwise, as you saw, it was only lagging initially when I exit town, but otherwise it was then running smoothly. But this time with the Battle.net version it keeps lagging. I mean, wow, I bought this game 2 times, Blizzard, 2 times. Okay, let's go see my... you see? It's not just when you exit town, but every now and then. Which, like I said, I was not getting with the Steam version. It's only when I exit town, and then... okay, it's running as smooth as the ass of a newborn. Where should I go? Okay, some baddies to take out first. Oh, it's a very tight increased health. Can I text my girlfriend now? Yeah, can't be. Oh, you don't feel like this. Not really using the shouts yet. Where are you, baby? Why are you taking so long? Don't pull me to your death. Pulling me to their death, please. Now there she is. Where did she go? Keeps disappearing on me. Where did she go? Where did she go? There you go. If you watch my previous encounter with the Blood Maiden, she went down with more difficulty than this time. Too bad I did not... you see? It freezes! The game freezes and... my god. I have got 110. Let's still see if we can open that chest. 75. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's get let's get to 250 and complete the stream. So of course, just when you need. Oh, I think there are some. Neo, what's that big thing that I'm collecting? Alright, baby, how much do you have for me? Yeah! Oh! Oh yeah, there's still not yet that much discount. Let's go and look for something, I don't know, that will give me those cylinders quicker. What's that? Do I even need to pick this? No event? Okay, if this is a 150, okay, I'll open it. There you go. Just not to waste, you know. Why are you... There you go, so what do I have? This, and this. Let's get back to Kyobashan. Now, if you've watched my previous encounter with the Blood Maiden, she went down with lots of difficulties, and I was also talking about I'm not gonna do the pit because I'm gonna end the stream, but just to show you, I showed that my defense was up. It was only my attack now that I needed to increase. I did not stream it, but I eventually did it, and that's what just want to show you, because look at what's knocking at the door now. Okay, so I showed in my previous video that I was not dying against tough enemies, and look at who's knocking at the door now. Okay, because I was able to clear. Okay, so we've still master working to do, maybe better gear and that kind of thing, and the Paragon board is taking a lot of time. So what I'm thinking of doing is really I'm thinking of you know, farming for materials, get all my gears masterworked, those that I intend to keep, and those that I kind of still looking for better one, like this guy here. Okay, still farm for them, like this one here. I really hope I will find a legendary, okay, an ancestral legendary that's giving me hopefully resistance to all elements, so that I can swap this and the rest, like plus 51 all stats. That's not important. I'm sure, like this one here, I will find good things too, because that's the only reason I'm keeping it, and then I will be able to use a legendary aspect on it. So there it is, where the build is standing for the moment, and like I said, few things might change, and actually I did change something here, this one. So I'm barely not seeing any difference, to be honest, based on the stunning. Okay, so I will keep those points here, and once again, not sure about the ground storm, because I'm already creating earthquakes with my attacks. So I might think about you know, swapping this with something, maybe to make the build a little bit more interesting. What's gonna be interesting? I mean, fun or leap. 22,826. But then I will need 58. Oh, there's no. No. I mean, I will see. So there it is. where the build is currently at.